Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, Delano, on the FanWire Podcast. We're bringing you some more prospects that can be drafted by the Washington Mystics. We're going to discuss the possibility, discuss what we could get, and we're gonna go from there. So we got something to talk about. We're gonna talk about Awa Fam. Will she be the anchor that was internationally known that the Washington Mystics could build around? That's the question. And we'll discuss if there's a possibility that she'll be available, be drafted by us at 6. So what's good, people? Thank y'all for tuning in. This is your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. Let's get to it. All right. So Awa Fam can be considered not overly flashy. She doesn't necessarily chase the highlight reels, but she does hold her own in the paint. And the question is, will she be able to do it against WNBA talent? That's the question. And also, it also comes into question, is the Washington Mystics serious about building a defensive identity? And this is the one player that can definitely help with that build of identity. So let's get into it. All right. So this is the quick outbreak on Awa Fam, and she plays center, but she has the mobility to play forward. She is a legit 6'4", and she has exceptional length. And on the FIBA level, she has great strength, right? But the question is, at the WNBA level, will she be able to be as strong that is needed to play the interior, right? So her game, interior presence, rim protection, and a physical finisher, right? Calling card is defensive first. And that is definitely something that the Washington Mystics can use, right? It is efficient on offense and has a high motor, right? So the role is an anchor big, screen setter, and a paint enforcer. That sounds like a very good big that the Mystics could use, right? So is she the type of player that other players want to play with, coaches would want to coach? From the consensus, she's a player that coaches love to coach, and the fans will gravitate to her. So let's break down her overseas career and why does it matter, right? Our fam is not just a project. She's not just a prospect. She's been molded by the FIBA system, and she's coming through Senegal, the senior national team. And that pipeline produces talent, right? And that matters. FIBA basketball is definitely different from the WNBA. And why is that important for post players, right? FIBA develops physical readiness, half court IQ, defensive discipline, a team first execution, that type of mindset, right? Structured rotations, tough rebounding type of culture, right? So those are key building blocks that you can use in any post player that enters the WNBA. Those are what you need. So FIBA, international basketball, it doesn't reward isolation type of offensive scoring, right? It rewards being able to work in space, ball movement, defense awareness, and decision making, right? Those are all traits that you can use in any low post player playing in the WNBA. And it translates perfectly, right? So let's talk about the difference in her physicality, right? Will she be comfortable with contact? She's already pro ready. She has a pro ready WNBA body. She's ready. Pace. WNBA runs faster, so she'll need to adjust to those type of game situations, right? Spacing, IQ, already where it needs to be. Can it improve? Yes, of course. But it's exactly what is required for the WNBA, right? She can read weak side movement very well, right? So what we're going to also do later on in the video, we're going to show videos of what Awa Fam's game really does and how it can translate to what we're saying, right? So make sure you stay tuned because we got some good footage of Awa Fam. All right, now let's talk about her defense. Scheme ready defender on day one. That's what you need. That's what you need. Take a second real quick. Like the video real quick. I appreciate you. Like the video. All right, so let's talk more about our defense. By playing FIBA basketball, her reps and her ability is accelerating, right? Because it's the FIBA basketball doesn't reward a bunch of stuff that is allowed and appreciated in other leagues, right? So weak side rim protection and timing, done. Short roll passing, reads, done. Screening angles, done. Help side rotations, done. She has this already. That's a high level basketball maturity, right? She's ready. Now, let's talk about her defensive versatility. She can switch from 3 to 5 positions. So that's your small forward, your power forward, your center. And she can switch with ease as a defender. She's a vertical rim protector, so she can block shots. And she can guard a space if she's trapped on a pick and roll. That's what you need in a modern day big in the WNBA. Talk about her interior toughness. Strong lower base, battles on the glass, and again, the FIBA style of basketball is rooted in physical play. So she should translate and do well, right? But at the same token is, if she's going to be playing the bigger, more thicker post players, there could be some issue there, but that's still to be seen. And her age is coming in with this type of skill set at her age. Hey, she can only get better. That's the crazy part. She can only get better because Awa Fam is, I believe she's 19 coming into the league. And if you're coming into the league at 19, yes, at 19, born in 2006, yes. If you have all these abilities coming in at 19, imagine what she's going to be at 21, 23, 25. Can only get better. All right, so let's talk more about her basketball or IQ. Again, understand spacing, plays with structure, and rarely forces her offense. She can fit with any team, but definitely she can fit with the Washington Mystics based on this, right? So she fits the culture that we're building and the systems that we already are using. And that's immediate. That's an immediate fit, right? Now, where she needs to develop, she's not a perfect player, right? So we'll be real about this. She needs to work on offense creation. She's not a self-creator, right? She's a finisher, but not a driver, right? Shooting consistency, if she doesn't stretch reliably, floor spacing can tighten up, and that could be a problem for other players, right? Guards loose in the drive, right? So she also has to work on her handle, right? So there are videos of her crossing people up, but when it comes to WNBA level defense, I don't think she'll be able to get away with that type of stuff, right? So we'll see how that goes. Now, WNBA speed, right? Will it be an adjustment period? It's faster transition, quicker closeouts, more space to defend. So there's going to be a learning curve there, right? So how does she fit? How does Awa fit with the Washington Mystics? Let's see here. I would say from historical value points, she checks the box with defense structure, right? High level IQ player, has a team first mindset, and is versatile in the front court. She checks those boxes. So she can instantly contribute defensively, and that's early. What the thing is, it's going to have to be an adjustment period because it's so physical in FIBA basketball that she might get fouls, a lot of fouls early. So it's going to be a transition period for that, again, especially against the elite post players like a Fisa Collier and Stewie and players like that, right? Now, does she have the ability to develop into a stretch 4/stretch 5? Yes. She has the tools. They just have to be refined, right? Does she fit into the Mystics 2027 to 2029 window to start really contending in the WNBA? I would say yes. Yes. Let's say, is she ready to handle perimeter scoring? In the video, she can hit. She has a great looking jump shot, but will it be consistent? That's the question. She definitely she can work her way to being a reliable perimeter scorer. Yes. If we need a player that can provide instant offense, that might be more of a risk in the selection. And that's if she's even available, right? So who does she compare to? IQ wise and defensive first, people can say like an Elizabeth Williams. You can also say, like, I really, really think like an easy Magnagor. Because she has length, she's mobile, she can shoot the three, she can recover, but she's just not explosive offensively, right? And I would say Fam is probably at that age. If you had to compare age-wise with Easy, Fam is definitely probably more physical and has a better grasp on some things, right? Talk about the ceiling versus the floor. What is our Fam projected to be at the highest and in the lowest, right? I would say on the floor, a rotational defensive forward. That's the floor, right? And on the median, I would say that's in the middle, a two-way four that can space the floor, right? Ceiling, a switchable starting stretch, four, maybe five, depending on the system, depending on the teammates, being able to anchor the defense with rotation. She's definitely a culture piece. Definitely. Definitely. Now, a lot of people are comparing Awa Fam to Dominique Malonga, right? Dominique Malonga was a lottery pick last season, international player with a great package, came in at a young age, at 19 as well. And I would say they have some similarities, but then they're definitely far apart in different aspects of the game, right? So Awa Fam, again, is 6'4". Dominique came in at 6'6", right? So Awa Fam is more mobile and fluid with her athleticism, right? So that's going to give her the ability to play the forward and the center position, right? Now, Dominic Malonga is not as she has speed for her size, yeah, right? But she doesn't have elite speed, right? And it's not always fluid. But Dominique Malonga has the better vertical jumping ability. That's rather elite. We've seen her doing her ducks and everything, right? Now, let's talk about defense switchability, right? Or defense, right? Our fam is more of a switchable defender that has shot blocking ability. Dominique Malonga is definitely a rim protector, right? That's what she does, right? Now the ceiling for both is high, right? So Dominique Malonga has definitely improved her game from last season, even to playing an unrivaled right now. You can see the growth in her game. So you're going to be able to see the growth in Awa Fam as well. Don't even worry about that. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Well, actually, let me say this as well. Offensive package. I would say that Awa Fam has a better offensive package than Dominique Malonga. So, yeah, we'll see how that translates going forward, right? So, let's talk about these different viewpoints when it comes to our Washington Mystics. We know that Coach Sidney Johnson has definitely have been developing a defensive first culture, right? Those are foundational pieces of our team, right? And I would say that Awa Fam is a strong fit under that particular circumstance, right? Now, long-term development and upside, strong fit. She meets what we're trying to do, right? You know, we're probably not going to win a bunch of games this season. I don't even think we're going to really even be overly active in free agency. And I know that's going to that's going to rub the Washington Mystic Nation a little wrong, but I think we're trying to get elite talent from the 2027 draft. But we'll talk about that in another video. All right, now, Awa Fam might not be a splash pick because she's an international player and it's not with so much footage of her game. But when you see these videos I'm about to play, you might like what you see. I'm just saying. Now, she's a safe infrastructure pick for the team. Now, let's do this. Let's jump to these videos because I want you to be able to really see what I see in Awa Fam. And again, before we do that, we need to talk about her stats from this season. So she's playing in FIBA basketball, right? So she's averaging 9.4 points a game, 1.5 assists a game, 4.9 rebounds a game, 2 steals a game, and shooting 53% from the field. And she's not your typical just back to the basket player. She has ability to shoot from outside. So, but remember, all of these traits are going to develop. They're going to develop. They're just going to get better, right? And definitely should be more consistent. So let's show y'all what I see, and it's going to be and we'll break it down as we go. All right, so we're getting started here. Give me one moment. All right, here we go. All right, so Awa Fam has the ball. She just literally crossed someone, and she's able to make that corner pass, right? And get a rebound. But, of course, her opponent wasn't the tallest. Her opponent wasn't I don't think they have the greatest defense on that team, right? So with her being able to come up the floor and cross someone up, I don't see that happening in the WNBA. We can go ahead and cancel that, right? So now let's get another video queued up here. And this is going to be a compilation of her ability. And here we go. Okay, as you see, she's going to be setting the pick at the top of the key. She's rolling. She's able to be effective in the pick and roll. You're really going to see it soon. So you see her shooting threes. She has great ability. If she can be consistent, she can be a problem. Pick and roll. Can slip it. Good work. She can probably be a problem. As you can see, rim running. She's a rim running big. Pick and pop. Let's rock. She's shooting at three. If that can be consistent, that could be a problem. As you can see, she has that motor, and she's able to get rebounds. She's not scared of physical contact. Rebounds. And is very effective at making contested buckets in traffic. So in the comments, let me know what you think about her game. Let me know. Let me know. And we got some more video. We probably got like 4 more videos to go. Rebounding in traffic. I would low post. She has low post moves. you saw the shimmy shake there, right? Yeah. Show that shimmy shake again. I like that. I like that. All right, so now let's get to another one. So as you can see, she has low post ability. And when you see this next low post move, she has a package down low. It's just a matter of if she's going to be able to do this consistently against WNBA talent, right? Because you're going to have players that are just as big or just as strong, but faster than probably who she's accustomed to playing against. But she got moves. So we're going to see how that develops. And she's only 19 years old. I see why she's going to be a lottery pick. I see it. Okay, so this one is already queued up. Let's get to it. Looking like a Akeem Olajuwon out there. Look at that post move. Look at that pivot with the baby hook. Nice. Step through. Running. Look at this rim running. She's out of there. You know how much pressure that's going to put on a defense in transition? Shot blocking. Okay. They're kind of small, but hey, that's a good rebound. It's a good rebound. And she's able to kick the ball out if the defense collapses on her in the paint. See that three? If she can do this in the WNBA, she will probably need to be the number one pick. I'm serious. Look at this. If she can consistently do this, yeah. Pick and roll. Easy work. So fluid. Awa Fam can be a problem. And she's only 19. She might not be dunking, but she got ability. See, now that pass would have been picked off. That pass would not have been a good pick. So once she's able to really look at what she's able to do and what she can get away with, she's gonna figure it out. Y'all saw that, right? How many bigs in the WNBA that are centers are doing that? Yeah. And that fluid. She's tough. I would say that if she is available at number 4, the Washington Mystics, even though we got Shakira, we have to really take a good look. She has a lot of ability. Yeah. She's something else, ain't she? Awa Fam is projected to be picked within at least, they're saying in the top 3 picks. But the Mystics have the 4th pick. Will she slide? If there's a possibility, I think we need to look into bringing her into the team. I really do. We have to consider it, especially as a fan base. We can get around somebody that can do what she does. All of those attributes. Yeah. Now, I'm going to play this one last video so that you guys can get a little bit more feel, especially when it comes to the defense. So let's get this up on here because it's queued up and ready to roll. All right, so this is first play. Look at her defensive ability to help out. Okay? All right. That helps side defense. Block. Look at the post move. Didn't get it, got it out of there. But that type of pass would not fly in the WNBA. She has to put more heat on it, more strength on it. But that'll come. She'll figure that out. You can definitely change and alter shots. So she's a fighter when it comes to post defense. You just got to make sure she can get it done. So let me know if you all think that Fam is definitely worthy of a lottery pick, and also if she is available when the Mystics select at number 4. Should we go ahead and pull the trigger? Let me know. So I got some more questions for you. And this is for the real Mystic fans that are out there. Should we be drafting based on highlights, or should we be drafting based on the habits that we can see from the team? Let me know. Let me know. Because again, Awa Fam is 6'4", is fluid, has a lot of upside, a lot of ability, right? So does Awa Fam represent something bigger than the stat sheet? We'll see if she's available. But what she represents is the ability to add more defensive accountability, international toughness, a rotational discipline that any team can use, especially the Washington Mystics. And the developmental upside is through the roof. Through the roof. Now, we do have a question here. Can you explain the issue with, okay. This is from Summer Breeze 6250. Can you explain the issue with her pass and why it wouldn't fly in the U.S., please? Okay. I would say because of the speed of players in the WNBA and also their IQ, they will see that pass coming a mile away. And she would have to put on so much heat on that pass to get to who she wants the pass to go to. If she continues to do it with the level and effort that she displayed in the videos, those will be instant steals. Instant steals. So I think that she'll be able to get used to that and make the adjustments. That's what I think. Okay. Let's see here. And since the Mystics are still technically in a rebuild, she helps build the roster and in the right way. She's able to protect the paint. She's able to screen, be set. She's able to be an anchor for the team culturally and on the court. And y'all saw what she can do when it comes to being able to slip on the screen, being able to pick and pop. She has a lot of attributes. She got some game. Now, is she a foundational piece? It's she could be. She could be. And since she's an international player, a lot of people might not see it coming. But based on the videos you just saw in this breakdown, I'm sure you can see a whole lot. So if you are just getting on, just backtrack a couple minutes, and you're going to see all kind of great footage of what Awa Fam can do and how she can probably help the Mystics, right? Now, her possibility of being at number 4, it's probably going to be slim. Let's be real. She's definitely not going to be available at 9. We can go ahead and cancel Christmas on that. It's not going to happen. It's a long shot that she'll be available at 4. Let's be real. But you know, there's some pros and cons to Awa Fam coming, you know, and I think that she can fit. I think she can. But the question is, will she fit? And will she even be available? That's probably even the even bigger thing, to be honest. But we'll see. All right. So this is your host Delano on the FanWire Podcast. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Because this is the only place you're going to get this type of in-depth analysis when it comes to the Washington Mystics. And even if you're not a Washington Mystic fan, checking out the video, it's going to help you know what's going on with these prospects. So you go ahead and subscribe to the channel too. All right? Because we're going to be dropping somebody every day up until when this draft, whenever it will be. But we're going to be dropping a lot of videos, dropping somebody each and every day. So it can help you know who is available coming out in this WNBA Draft for 2026 and see how they can fit with our Washington Mystics. All right? Again, this is your host, Delano, on the FanWire Podcast, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Subscribe. Like the video. Turn on those notifications. I appreciate all y'all because y'all can be doing something else. I appreciate you. But we will be right back at y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. We out of here.